should be streaming and recording.
Alright.
Yes, we are.
Alright. Hello to everyone out there. It'll be just a moment here before things are online.
But they are.
Alright.
Hello.
Hello. As you can see out there, we did indeed get back here pretty much on time. My doctor's appointment was seemingly fine, save for copious amounts of blood being drawn for exams. So everything's fine, for now. Claire would like to say hi to everyone here.
Some interesting noises are okay.
No, that's the Claire.
Zero. Zero is one of the... I've watched all 3 TV series, and I've watched part of Zero.
That's one with Bird Human, right?
Yes.
Right.
It is not the one that no one talks about as you thought yesterday, nor is it the one with the Sharon Apple incident, which you also thought yesterday.
Remember, none of them came out here in America, and the only one I
Wrong.
have actually watched is Frontier.
Actually, Plus came out in America. Plus was the last one in America.
Well, if the ending's bad, but you've only seen the second episode,
It's a 3-episode OVA.
well, here's hoping it's still good.
It's, from what I understand, Zero requires rewatching to really make it good. 5-episode OVA.
5 episodes, so...
It
But
is
still.
the most magic series. It is the most magic one.
As in the one that has the least science? and
Yes.
most alien crazy stuff?
And Macross 7 exists, so that's saying something.
Space whales. We'll be getting Gipsara soon enough here, though. So everyone will get to experience that joy. So, when last we left off, we wound up reuniting Celestial Being. All 4 Gundams are back together now. Although Lock-on Stratos the Sniper was dead, his brother, Lock-on Stratos, took up his role. Okay, Lock-on Stratos is not his real name. In actuality, he is Neil Delandy, brother of Lyle Delandy, brother of Neil Delandy, and a member of the anti-Federation group, Catharon. I wound up checking that. In addition, apologies to any fans of Code Geass. I've been calling Mikazuki from now on, probably thanks to iron-blooded orphans.
It is in fact Kozuki.
Yes, her name is Colin Kozuki, so I will try to keep that in mind from now on. In addition, we wound up rescuing Alleluia, who had been in prison, and who also sustained a head injury which wound up getting rid of his alternate personality, Hallelujah, and his ability to utilize quantum brainwaves, so not so much of a super soldier anymore, but it's probably for the best. We hope. So now it's time to move on and deal with the aftermath of that jailbreak, where we also busted out a lot of the Black Knights. So it's time for the Black Knights to get on the move once again. Ptolemaeus 2, personal room. Setsuna. Yes, Setsuna's girlfriend was also imprisoned there, so we've picked her up. Amongst other people. Thanks to that fight back in Azerbaijan, you got wrapped up in something troublesome. I apologize, Marina. Why? Why are you still fighting? Which moon?
We're not on a moon yet.
Yes, we are not on the moon. We are currently...
Celestial Being's headquarters.
Yes, this is Celestial Being's headquarters. Viroma is getting the Black Getter ready, but it'll still be a little while before we get him. After all,
Like
we
30
need
chapters. 20 chapters.
It'll be quite a while before we get Ryoma, although... Next route split, we may wind up getting the Shin Getter. It'll be the Gokei guy one, though, so... I know some people feel strongly about that.
Yeah, no, I hate them.
Well, that's your personal opinion. Either way, it's still the Shin Getter. But yes.
Is it the Shin Getter still if it doesn't have the hot-blooded screaming of Ryoma?
Yes. Why are you still fighting? There we go. It's because that's all I know how to do. trying. There have been plenty of things you could have done other than fighting. But I can't think of that. And after all, my wishes can only be carried out through fighting. But that's far too sad. Why do you cry? It's because you won't cry. Oh, Setsuko.
It's because the Black Getter is on the moon, I believe.
Yes, the moon, which is, sealed off right now. And also, they wanted you to not instantly ditch the Shin Getter for the Black Getter, because Roma. So they figured, you should at least have the Shin Getter on its own for a while. Give the other pilots a chance to try and get some kills, because, let's be honest, none of the rest of them are going to get kills once you get to the Shin Dragon. But hey, it's life. Setsu's been quiet for a little long here. Uzbekistan has already been taken over by the A-Laws with a puppet government installed. Before long, Uzbekistan will likely be taken over by the Earth Federation. We'll take you where you want to go. Let's see. There. I believe I recognize what that should be, but... But yes, we'll take you where you want to go, but you should prepare yourself for exile. In this world, as it is now, I don't have anywhere to go. In that case, come with us to Japan, to Area 11. Area 11? There are people fighting there even now in order to take back their stolen country. Back to Tokyo. Ashford Academy's library. Suzaku, it's been a long time since you've come to the academy. Yeah, after the Black Rebellion, I was pretty busy with stuff. Suzaku is to find out that my memories have returned, everything will be over. There are 3 things that Emperor Charles overwrote in my mind. He overwrote everything to do with Nunnally. He overwrote all of my memories having to do with Zero. And he overwrote the fact that I was a Prince of Britannia. In other words, I have to act as though I only wanted to become acquaintances with Suzaku and becoming his friend after I transferred into Ashford Academy. But what is it? You said that you wanted for the 2 of us to talk alone? I intend to become the Knight of One. Hey, that's the top member of the Knights of the Round. So you're saying that you're going to try and become the strongest knight of the Empire? One of the special characteristics of being the Knight of One is that you're able to rule over whatever area you like. This area. I want to try and take control of Japan. Suzaku? Let's see. That is definitely wrong, dictionary. The dictionary thinks the first word here is leather. There we go. Right now this has it as service. Don't know that that's right either. Yes. Is he trying to placate me? But no. It won't work. My plans are already completed. With C2 acting as my bodyguard, I have C2 acting as my body double for Zero. And when Rollo needs to be observing me as I act as Zero, I have... Back to names. I have Sayoko switch with me. and I'll act as Zero on my own. And to top it all off, I was able to get sponsorship from some people in the Chinese Federation. There's nothing you can do to stop my plans now, Suzaku. Let's see. I lost incredibly precious friends, and a woman who will never come back. I want to attain the strength so that I won't have to lose anything anymore. I don't think that Zero will be necessary for the people of Japan. Do you intend to take over? Okay. So it sounds like you're trying to turn this country into a first world nation. Sure, let's go with that for the translation, as it's talking about how there's 3 tiers for use in the Earth Federation. There's first tier, which is mainly the huge important ones, the second tier, which is, the colonies and stuff, and then third tier, even lower than that. Like all the places in the Middle East that are, abandoned now that oil is no longer used. Probably. As for the answer, I'd like for you to hear it from the person on the phone here. What? It's the new governor of Area 11. You're saying that the governor of Area 11 would talk with a mere student such as me? This is Kurugi. Yes, I'm currently in front of him. I'll go ahead and swap with you. This is a bit of a pain. Why would someone so important want to talk to me? Hello, brother. Oops. That's not only on the other end of the phone. Brother, is that you? It's me, Nunnally. I'm currently on my way there to act as the government. There, can you hear me, brother? It's Nunnally. If his memories haven't returned, then Lelouch shouldn't know anything about Nunnally. Alright, Lelouch. What will you answer? It's you, brother, right? It's me, it's Nunnally! Suzaku, you've really done it this time. How dare you drag Nunnally into this? Is that not you, brother? I think you have the wrong person. I'm just a student here. Lelouch, your memories haven't come back. I'm sorry. No, I should be the one to apologize. Since I heard that you were an important friend of Mr. Suzaku's, I had a feeling it would be him, but no. I'll go ahead and hand the phone back to him. Yes. Well then, Governor, we'll be here to meet you next week. Suzaku, I won't forgive you for this. You end up using Nunnally in order to try and confirm if I was Zero or not. You tried to use my love for her. Lelouch, let's see. Once the new governor Nunnally arrives here soon, there'll be an important presentation about what's going to be happening here in Area 11. What about it? Does this have something to do with that answer from before? That's right. Governor Nunnally tends to turn this Area 11 into the independent government of Japan. What? She wants to try and take on the role that the deceased Princess Euphemia had. And he's going to take over from Yuffie? Is Zero going to have to fight against Nunnally? Black Knight's hideout. Or former hideout. Lelouch. Colin, huh? Are you not going to meet with Ogi and Todo? What do you intend to do just staring at the television here? Well then, we shall go ahead and rebroadcast the greeting here from the new Governor of Area 11, Nunnally v. Britannia. See, the talk that her explanation here of the reintroduction of the special area of Japan was not included in her initial speech, and came as an enormous shock to the entire Federation government and the world at large. What? Hello everyone, nice to meet you. I am the 87th in line for the Britannian throne, Nunnally v. Britannia. In place of the former governor, Mr. Carlos, who died just recently here, I have been ordered to take over as leader of Area 11. As you can see, I can neither see nor walk on my own. However, Nunnally's the governor? What's that with this? So as you see, I want to reinstitute with the new government of Japan. With this, the discrimination known as numbers will disappear, and the 11s will be able to take back their name as the Japanese. See, I know that there were some problems with the former attempts to bring Japan back, but I do feel that their ideals were not wrong. See, what this world needs is peace and kindness, and I want for everyone to be able to know that. The world that not only desires, future that she's chosen, but for that, Zero is going to be a hindrance. So long as Suzaku's by her side, Nunnally should be safe. Even though he's the worst enemy, I can trust him on that at least. And then, that's what I desired long ago. Yes. Even if I'm not there to protect her, Nunnally is already... Get a hold of yourself, Lelouch! Didn't you say you were going to take Nunnally back from the Britannians? Hurry up and orders like you always do! Are we gonna just charge into the government building and steal Nunnally back? Or are we gonna go with some other plan? Hurry up and tell us what you're thinking! But... What can I do? No. Just... tell me what to do. You're a woman, right? You should be able to help me out with this at least, right? Lelouch. Get a hold of yourself, Lelouch. You're Zero now, remember? You've got a responsibility to carry out our dream, don't you? So, don't give up until the end. You're Zero. You're the perfect guy, the one who makes miracles happen. You need to at least play out that role, right? Colin. I'm not going to waver anymore. I found the reason that I fight. Sumeragi, Setsuna, Hiro, Chiriko, even Camille and the others. They have their reasons they fight. Isn't not only the reason that you fight? And weren't we your tools for being able to carry that out? Tools? There's no way that the Britannian Union would accept this new Japanese government. So Nunnally is doing this all on her own. Nunnally isn't a tool. She's fighting here of her own will. For the dead Yuffie's sake, and for the sake of the future she desires. And so, Lelouch. That's right. Ever since I started this fight, I've changed many people's lives and fates. Nunnally, Colin, the Black Knights, and everyone at Ashford Academy who had their memories stolen. My fight isn't just for Nunnally's sake anymore. I Cullen. Gatherogi and the others with Celestial Being. Lelouch. I'm no longer Lelouch. I'm the commander of the Black Knights. Zero. Back to the briefing room. Miss Sumeragi. See, at the same time that I would like to celebrate your return here, I would like to thank you for your aid in rescuing the Black Knights. I suppose that I should be celebrating your return as well. But before thanking me, shouldn't you go see to your companions here? More words. Somehow it thinks that those kanji are just the letters R, B, and A. Okay. And now it thinks it's Tarea. What is wrong with you, dictionary? It does not think that these are kanji. So, this could take a minute. There we go. Explanation! Alright, so, before thanking me, shouldn't you go explain to your comrades? Explain? If you aren't a traitor, if you hadn't turned traitor, we wouldn't have lost that fight at Tokyo. So don't you owe us at least a bit of an explanation about that? Zero. What happened back then? It was all for the sake of being able to win against Britannia. And so... that's all there is. You're not gonna say anything else? You aren't going to apologize or give an excuse or something? Stop it, Chiba Masahina. Zero. You prepared a way for us to win. All I seek is the end results. Understood. See, in the middle of operations, there are things that need to be entrusted. Remember, everyone, we need his strength. See, I do not think there's any other who would be capable of leading us. I think so too. Everyone, just believe in Zero. But... Tamaki, even if you don't say it, I understand what you mean. And so, I shall allow my actions to explain everything. Even if you say it like that, it's not that easy to turn around the situation we're in right now, is it? That's right! Those Britannian guys. No, the Federation. How the hell are we gonna fight against them? Fight. Is that all you can think to do? What? See. Rather than continuing to fight in a place that no one can see, before that, should we not allow the Japanese to take back their rights and name as Japanese? Wait a minute. Do you mean we're gonna participate in that new government thing? I don't like that. I'm fed up with having to deal with things like that. Being stared at like that. Being stared at like that? Has to do with what happened during Princess Euphemia's assassination incident. See, in fact, we were in that place as well, gathering around it, so we had no clue what the hell was going on. I mean, the fact that Princess Euphemia suddenly changed her mind like that really does seem rather unusual. But I've heard from other people that Zero used some kind of trick to have that happen. Trick? Almost like some form of hypnosis. Oh, there's no way that's the case. I mean, he was fighting for the liberation of Japan, right? There's no way he'd want to hurt the people. Top it off. I mean, come on. There's no way there's any sort of magical hypnosis like that can work like that, right? However, if we merely continue fighting, we shall not have a future. What we shall do is all in order to save the Japanese people. You're saying there's a way we can do this without fighting, Zero? That is precisely the reason that I shall need all of your assistance, as well as Celestial Being's power. Powers? That's right. Lokon Stratos. He's calling me out all of a sudden? If you truly are the one to have inherited your brother's title, then I'd like to test you. What? Zero orders you. All members of the Black Knights shall participate in this new government. So we're going to be participating in it, huh? Zero. What are you thinking? Yeah. Yes, Camille did almost get his brain fried by a psychic, so I mean, yeah, there's certainly the possibility of hypnosis on that scale. Although I'm really not sure if what Papimus Stroko did can be described as hypnosis with his manipulating people, winning them over to his side. Maybe it was. Let's see. This is the Shizuoka Ghetto. What better place to be? Why do they have so many ghettos in this Japan?
Well, there is a very simple answer for that.
I know, it's just, you don't really think of Japan and ghettos together most of the time. Yes. This is where the new attempt at putting together the Special Administrative Area of Japan will be carried out.
Oh.
Yes?
This map where Euphemia
Died?
Yeah.
Of course it is. The proceedings should begin momentarily, you hear. And a lot of passionate 11s have already gathered here. 1 week before, her leader of the Black Knights, Zero, said that he would participate in this event. Thanks to that, roughly, let's see, 100 times 10,000.
It's a million.
So yeah. Always fun converting Japanese numbers since they go by tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. They do not have millions involved, thus. On their own. They don't have a counter for millions, yes. The number of 11s who've gathered here are already over 1 million. See. With this many people here, the identity checks and the like are taking a long time. However, I suppose that this activity is just proof of how much weight the 11's place on Zero's words. Ah, yes. In order to guard against any possible occurrences like last time, the Federation government has sent 3 of the Britannian Union's Knights of the Round along in order to ensure things go safely. It is 3 hours until everything begins. I wonder, will Zero appear here? Command Model Battleship G1 Bridge. Oh. 3 of the Knights of the Round. Knight of 3. Gino Weinberg. The Knight of 6. Anya Arlstride. Could not be quite right about the last name there, but yes. She's important. For bad reasons. However, it does not appear as though the governor is here. Talking with you is something on the level of just a minor administrative duty. The governor is currently in her own room. I want to hear, but are you really the same as that Zero we'd had before? Or is it? Of course Lloyd would be interested in that. Crazy mechanic geek. Zero's identity is not something that is merely who is inside the suit, but it is something that shall be proved by his actions. You're being awfully poetic there. My strength is as you see. In accordance with my proclamation, 1 million of citizens have gathered. With this, will you consent to the terms I have laid out? So you're saying that we have to let you go. Even if I was to say that, you have your own circumstances, don't you? How about you merely admit to allowing Zero to be exiled from the country? What'll happen to the Black Knights? Are you trying to throw them away? In order to save your own life? If your precious brigade found out about you, wouldn't you be in a bit of trouble? And so, in order not to be killed, I'd like you to keep this. I decided to make this a secret talk. How boring. Talk about the Federation. Third class, there is special law. In other words,
Tanya Ulstream.
Ulstreim?
Alstreim.
Okay.
Ulstreim. What a wonderful group of 12 knights.
Do they have 12?
No.
Okay.
It's a 12-member group that doesn't always have 12 members. In fact, most of the time it doesn't have 12 members.
Well, I mean, it's hard to find people able to live up to that name. So you're talking about about Part 8 of the 12th article about the area's governing laws. If you're able to use that. We would be, if you're able to make use of that, we would be able to get the governor, or to merely order you to be expelled from the country. Mr. Maya, you're saying we should let Zero go? In place of the governor, who isn't here at the moment, I merely suggested a method that would allow us to do that. So how is it? I have a feeling that it is not an unpleasant situation for you. You are right about that. If their leader ran away, I'm sure the terrorists amongst the 11s would quiet down. But I can't just let him get away with his sins. It's almost time for the ceremony to start, isn't it? I await your response. Zero! He's even more cunning than I'd heard. However, letting him go is the price we have to pay for preventing any more riots from the 11s. It's quite a light price, isn't it? Is accepting really all we can do? And the ceremony for the Special Administrative Area of Japan. Oh look, they have Japanese flags up. How nice. And that's probably the Britannian flag at the top, but I can't say for sure. So the ceremony's about to start. But we're all mixed in with the crowd here. Will a plan like this really work as well as we hope? Leaving us alone? What on earth was up with that plan he gave to Celestial Being? We've already the die has already been cast. All we could do is bet everything we have on Zero. It's finally come out. So there's the new governor, huh? To everyone of Japan, I welcome you to the new Special Administrative Area of Japan. I'm incredibly pleased to know that so many of you have gathered before me here today. In order to create a new history here, I would like to ask for you all to lend me your aid. Well then. Let's see. Before we commence the ceremony here... Always one kanji off. I would like to confirm the matter we discussed with Zero before. As a result of their participation in the new administrative area of Japan, first-class sins will be reduced, and any crimes below third tier will be completely expunged from the record. However, since it is incredibly difficult for us to be able to fully forgive the man who murdered the former governor, we'll be utilizing a special law, Article 12, Section 8 of the Code of the Areas, Zero alone shall be expelled from this country. Expelled from the country? Let's see. In other words, he's going to be kicked out of the area. So in exchange for leaving the country, his sins will be entirely pardoned. Thank you very much, everyone of Britannia. Having to look up a lot more here since I don't know as much about Code Geass. I would like to thank you for your generous treatment. Have you come, Zero? The monitors have been hijacked. Are the 11s going to do something here? But if they wind up going into a riot again, it'll be just another slaughter, won't it? Show yourself, Zero! Oh, what the hell are you thinking? Just hiding for a safe place and doing this? Yes, well, others do the work for you. I'm not borrowing anyone's help. More than that, Kurogi Suzaku, there's something I wish for you to hear. What? The Japanese. What does it mean to be Japanese? What does it mean to be a citizen? What? Is it your language? Your place of birth? Or is it your blood? You're wrong. It's your heart. I feel the same. Oh, come on. More complicated kanji, I do not know. That one is definitely wrong here. Your awareness, your sense of values. In other words, so long as your heart contains at least a minimum of culture, no matter where you are Japanese. Does that have something to do with why you're thinking we'll let you get away? This is the answer to that. Zero's showing something? Commence the operation. All units, launch smoke bombs! Damn it! Block out with the smoke screen? Protect the governor! Hurry! This is a terrorist attack! Watch out for riots! Wait a minute. One hasn't done anything yet. Gas is clearing up. That's... Zero. You were here? No.
Oh my.
And so the entire stadium of people
Is now Zero.
are now Zero. And they're all just civilian.
And they're all slightly different Zeros.
Mm-hmm. Completely silent in their multicolored masks. What is this? Zero. They're all Zero? So this is what he was planning. So rather than bring a lot of firepower, he just wound up bringing in 1 million people, huh? All of us are Zero. And so, at your order, Mr. Governor Nunley, we shall swiftly leave the country. What? So, no matter where we are, so long as we have our hearts, we are Japanese!
It is like a cosplay protest.
Yeah. Very much so. I noticed that one there in the front row is very different, as they have hair hanging down past the mask.
Yeah, only the one.
Only the one. So you're going to have 1 million people bloodlessly exit a third world country? So this is what he was planning? Zero's symbol. Symbol of Zero. No matter who the real one is, it doesn't matter. Now that since we admitted we'd let Zero go, all we can do is accept that these 1 million people will leave. Now, we shall head off to our new lands. Zero! I'm ordering you to take off that mask! If you don't... Do you intend to put down any who would resist? That's... Even if the Black Knights are gone. Even if the Black Knights disappear and their commander leaves. Area 11 will be embroiled in a full-on battle. If that happens, I'd have to dirty Nunnally's hands. However, in order to liberate Japan, Zero's name is necessary.
Space?
Where 1 million people could go. I mean, yeah, space. But I believe they're actually going to be heading to China.
That would work as well.
Because the Chinese Federation is not in a good state with the, Federation at the moment. And that's actually where Zero gets a lot of help from.
As you mentioned.
Sir Kurugi! Yeah, you're the one who was in charge of this! Hurry up and give the order to fire! This isn't possible. Oh, that would just mean that Nunnally would be trampling over Yuffie's feelings. Kurugi! We'll let Zero leave the country. What? We promised that, didn't we? If we were to go back on that, none of the citizens here would ever believe us anymore. Citizens? Are you talking about those 11s? You're just saying that because you're one of those numbers, aren't you? It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm in numbers. What do you think will happen if anyone loses trust in their government? Are you saying that these million people are still part of Britannia? It's precisely because they're so upset with us that we can only let them go. But I promise you, Zero, we'll save them all. How foolish. Do you really think you can save those who remain here in Area 11, Kurugi Suzaku? That's the reason I became a member of the military. Understood. Then I shall believe in that promise of yours. Have you heard me? All of you are Zero. Lord Kurugi has promised you. Make sure not to mess this up. With this, those who would stand in their way have disappeared. Now, let us head off to a land of freedom. Those 11s! Do you think we're just gonna sit back here and watch them leave? This is incredible news! A million Zeros have begun moving here in this stadium! And we've got some new information coming in here. Let's see. Some ships from the Chinese Federation have just begun concentrating in the area or nearby. Have they come to pick up the million Zeros? But of course.
Right.
Some people aren't going to accept that. Suzaku, I leave the governor to you. We'll take care of this. We have to allow the 11s to leave peacefully. However, we can't just ignore the Chinese Federation ships that have come in here. Something's appeared. The Gurren and I will take you on. The Black Knight's nightmare frames. But only a single one? It'll be 3 minutes until Ptolemaeus II is able to get here. If that happens, I'll have to do something on my own. Alright, so is that what the 11s are good at? Are the 11s good at many-on-one battles? I'm more than happy to fight this, Sir Weinberg. But I don't intend to pick on the weak. Anya and I will take care of those ships. Understood. I will deal with the nightmare frame. Come at me, Britannians! Kozuki, I'll make you regret looking down on Kozuki Colin. So, don't let Colin die. Defeat all enemies.
Well, she's gonna get aced.
And you still have the arm equipment, sadly.
Yeah, no, the other Japan probably cannot.
I mean, Japan's got enough problems as is. They can't really accept a million extra Japanese. Even if they are still Japanese.
So getting aced.
They have the bonds of Japaneseness, but it's not quite enough. We won't hold back against 11's carrying weapons.
I love her ultimate unit, though.
Satan?
Yes. Its stupid name, and its wonderful reason for existing.
Yes. For those who are not fans of Code Geass, Colin's ultimate mech exists for the greatest reason of all time, which is that Lloyd, the guy who created the, Lancelot, got his hands on it after capturing her and was like, "Ooh, look at all this pretty technology. What can I do with it?" And just wound up randomly upgrading it as much as he could, stuffing in all the crazy subsystems he could.
To the point that it has no way any normal human could operate it.
And yet somehow she can.
Because she's the child of Domon Kashu.
Sure.
Which is a running gag due to the fact that her her dad's voice actor is Domon Kashu's voice actor. And also she looks remarkably like Rain to most people.
Yep. Domon Kashu. How many other people could, destroy a mech on their own?
Without a unit.
Her dad is also Guy from the Disco. How much more hot-blooded can you be? Truly. I am Guy Daigoji! That's not what it says your name is here on the list. Shut up! Guy Daigoji is the name of my soul!
Alright.
Yes. Huh. That's pretty impressive. So I guess he really could go against us in a single machine. Not yet. I told Zero I'd be able to do it. Now can I get an interest in you? Ace of the Black Knights? Back to the bridge of their battleship. Who is it? Governor Nunnally. With this, the people who would get in the way have disappeared. Is the one who's over there Zero? Nunnally. I was finally able to meet you. Finally. Did you come here to kill me? Just like you killed Big Bro Clovis and Big Sis Yuffie? But can I ask you to wait just a little bit longer? I think that you're mistaken. Right now, Zero is in front of my eyes. Brother, please lend me your courage. The ones who are wrong are Britannia and the Federation. The Emperor believes that strength alone is all that you need, and the Federation is the same. Do you intend to go along with that? That is... Governor Nunnally. As you are right now, you're merely being used by them. I cannot see and I cannot walk. So you think that I'm merely being used by them? But you are wrong. This is something I desired of my own will. I think that this world can become a better place. Kinder and more peaceful. So that's why you tried to make the special administrative area of Japan again? That's right. I want to take on my beloved sister Yuffie's will. Is that so? Emily, you really are. Get away from Nunnally, Zero! Kurugi Suzaku. Suzaku? Nunnally trusts in Suzaku. In that case, get out of here, Zero! Since I've promised you, I won't lay a hand on you here. Is that so? Well then, allow me to make another proclamation to you here. Is this gonna be a declaration of war? I've liberated 1 million Japanese. So after this, I shall destroy this world filled with a false peace. What? That's right. My opponent is no longer just Britannia. It is the entire Federation. I am Zero, the man who shall destroy this world and create it again. Kurugi Suzaku. This time I shall put an end to our fight. Exactly what I want. Farewell, Governor Nunnally. If it's you, you might be able to change this rotten Area 11. 0. Nunnally. So you really weren't a tool of the Emperor. You became governor of your own will. So I'll leave Area 11 to you. I'll show you. I'll change this world and save you someday. Just walks off. Suzaku. Please relax, Governor Nunnally. See, I promise you that Zero will not be able to get to you while I'm still here. Zero. No matter who you may be, if you're going to pick a fight with the world, I'm your enemy. You made a grave mistake by taking action on your own, Zero. Did you deliberately come out here into danger in order to meet with Nunnally? Rollo. Your tricks won't work on me anymore, Lelouch. This will be the end for you. When did you realize it was me? I didn't have any proof, but if I was to think of it, that this was... Let's see. But when I was to think about it, this was the fastest way. Rather than trying to investigate whether my brother's memories had come back, I figured it'd be better to go and meet Zero directly. This is the end, Lelouch. Thus he's got his own Gios. Please don't move. If you do wind up moving, you may wind up losing all your limbs. I thought you'd disappeared from before my eyes. To think you could teleport. A Gios. Either that, or it's the power to stop time. This isn't like you. The fact that you know about Gios is just like you're admitting that you are Lelouch. But please rest in peace. I won't kill you here. Sure goal is to use me as bait and draw out C2 once again. It helps that you understand things. Besides, there are plenty of things we want to hear from you. You're too naive, Rollo. As expected, the younger brother can never win against his elder. To you, this is the answer. Immediate gunshot. Don't move. You're being targeted from an extremely long range. What you stopped wasn't time. It was my personal perception of time. How did you know about my Gios? Back when I was in my nightmare frame, leaving myself aside, even Cullen and the others couldn't respond to your movements. However, everyone who was far away was easily able to see your movements. There's only one theory that could explain both of those. Your ability is only that to halt a person's perception of time. So the fact that I'd come and target you here was inside your calculations? Exactly right. As a result, I was able to prepare a number of skilled snipers and trap you here. From the patterns I'd seen from you before, you would move on your own. Or, if I was to say it more precisely, you don't think that it's necessary to work alongside others. And so I knew that you would come at me alone. And this is the result. Rollo, this time I will be the one to question you. What is the future? What? The future is hope. Is there hope lying at the end of your missions you've been given? By capturing C2, what kind of a future will you obtain? With the way you are now, nothing will ever change. You'll merely be used as a tool of assassination with that Gios of yours. That's my mission. Rollo. I will give you a new mission. a new future as your brother. What are you saying? Hey, don't move, Rollo. I told you not to. Brother? You're an idiot. Even though I told you you were being targeted by a sniper. You made me move. Why? How would you cover for me? It's because you're my younger brother. Even if those memories were fake, the time that we spent together was not a lie. You're saying that everything up till now wasn't a lie? It's because you were my brother. Zero. You're the kind of guy who won't care how many people are sacrificed for the sake of his goals. For a reason like that, I promised you I'd give you a new future. Brother, you're bleeding. What are you saying? Even though you were going to kill me here. You're wrong. Killing my brother, killing Lelouch was my mission. But it was learned that I was saved by an enemy. My mission. Forget about your mission. But you were never able to find peace in Britannia. The only place that you belong is here, at my side. Brother? Let us go, Olo. I wish to show you the future. Yes. Perfect. If an assassin who's never known anything but yes has shown but a hint of familial kindness. So this is what happens. You imposter who stole Nunnally's place. I'll throw you away once I've run you ragged.
This actually happened in series.
Yep. At the very least, something very much like that was used in series.
The same tactic was used.
Also, as a fun note there about Rollo, Rollo's Gias that has the ability to stop time has a very fun problem with it that I may or may not have mentioned. His heart stops. His heart stops whenever he uses it. So, yeah, I believe he dies in series because of that. Yep. Don't use it on too many people at once, or for too long a time, or you will die.
And he does both.
Yes. I challenge you, Ace of the Black Knights. It's too fast. Even your pride and right arm isn't enough to keep up with the Tristan's speed. Is this it? I'm sorry, Garen. Mother. Whoosh. Kozuki! Hurry up and come here! What? Sea! Head towards the sea! Yeah. You're gonna get in our way? Hurry up and escape! Don't look back, Kozuki! Hurry! But... You put your life on the line to save us. This is my turn! This guy. Lord, eternal glory to the four heavenly swords! Once again, another of them has blown himself up. Suicide attack? Colin, look up! Zero? Look, shut up! Launch it! I've been waiting, Cullen. Special flight appearance for the Black Knights. Did you learn how to make use of it? Yeah. Alright. It's time to go ahead and test out the real thing. Alright, preparing the catapult launch. Current Type 2 has been confirmed on it. Alright. Be sure to dance well, the winged one. Alright, signal confirmed. Commencing attack. Alright. Go ahead and launch the arm parts. Alright. Flight equipment of the right arm have been launched. Where? This is it. This is... yes. Fully wing equipped. With this, those Britannians won't be able to touch you anymore. Let me include a new pilot suit for you as well. It's stuck on the right arm at the moment, so be sure to equip it soon. Yes. Launch.
And now we have the Ikaruga, which is not, in fact, written the way I thought it would be at all. I thought that since it's a,
submarine, you'd think it would have the character for squid.
Yeah, but it does not. It is in fact written as Ikaruga, as in a type of Japanese finch.
No. All units. Our objective is to see the 1 million zeros safely out of the country. I shall grant you all your orders from the Ikaruga here. All units. Back up Kozuki-kan and annihilate our enemies. That yellow nightmare frame you had on board. See, that yellow nightmare frame that carried you to the Ikaruga. What was it? It was a subordinate of mine. Is that so? So we were able to deceive him. With this, we've cleared all the conditions. All that remains is to take out the enemies in front of us. Well, you're acting pretty tough for someone who got shot in the shoulder by me. Nice job, Lock-On. I'm in shock. So you deliberately set up sniping, and had him... You saw through his plan, had me shoot at him, in order to try and deal with the assassin, and to top it off, it looked like you wound up saving that assassin and brought him over to your side. That's pretty impressive you were able to do that, right, Lock-On? Oh well, after all, since I've taken this name on, I have to be able to do at least that much. Let's go, Chiba, Asahina. We shan't let everyone's deaths be in vain. Understood. Zero saved the Japanese as he promised. Now we've got to make sure we take care of the rest. Zero, you joined hand with Celestial Being to fight against the Federation? So you've come, Kurogi Suzaku. Since you've mobilized your squadron, respond to that. I won't let you talk back. Very well. Learn with your body our strength to stand against the Federation. Let's go, Knights of the Round, the Japanese. Feel the anger of both the Japanese and us. So, annihilate all enemies. Your SR point is annihilate the Lancelot Conquista, the Tristan, and the Mordred. They'll all retreat at under 6,000 HP.
Okay. Shoulder shots. They are not generally something you can just shrug off. It entirely depends on how thick his armor and cape are.
And also, you know, the fact he looks a lot better now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And also the fact that he does have at least a decently ace sniper being the one targeting him. Oh look. Now it's able to shoot beams of radiation.
Just new.
So we'll have to take a look at how all this works. We have a number of new units, yes. Shot in the shoulder, it's not something I could shrug off. But Lelouch's also a master manipulator, so he could easily have planted something to fake it as well.
Right, I was going to show you this. Black Getarova from De-Evolution.
They had one?
No!
Okay.
They had a concept design that turned into a toy.
Okay. Case of the Black Knights. I heard that you were able to even beat that Jeremiah. I'm not happy at all at being in that orange, though. Well then, I shall be the one to face you. The Knight of Three, Gino Weinberg. Well then, I won't let you get off with just scratches. Your girl will take you down.
The primary differences with the Black Getter version are more spikes, sharper, longer claws.
Transformed. Everything's more important than my life. direct attack. What's up with the shoulder pads she has, I wonder?
さすがはエースということか
Yeah, that does seem like something Lelouch could easily do.
Yeah, rather than Lelouch actually getting shot in the shoulder, I'd bet he had prepared something to fake it. So you have...
Really, that's the only new attack.
So your attacks are, you have your Slash Harkens, Small Missiles, Radiant Wave Surger Shot, and just the Radiant Wave Surger.
No longer having the gun type. Or the...
You don't have the
knife.
dagger. So, now we have all of these Akatsuki Retainer types.
This one has resupply. That's the important bit.
Not the only important bit. They
And
also
they all
have the
have
Radiant Wave
barriers.
Barrier. So you've got small machine guns, Slash Harken, handgun, bazooka.
That was probably exactly the same.
No. Because they're different people. So this one, rather than having a bazooka, has one of the sword slashes like Toto has. Yeah. Nothing special, but still the barrier.
The break sword.
And here's Toto's new unit, the Zangetsu. For anyone who's a fan of Bleach, yes, it is written exactly the same way as Ichigo's Zangetsu, Slashing Moon.
And is black and red and may have been influenced.
Maybe. Commandor level 2, counter. Sword equipped, Radiant Wave Barrier. Has the machine guns, Slash Harkens, some sort of sword attack, and then Shadow Blade. And then we have the one other Akatsuki Retainer type, and it's exactly the same as the other. Charming.
But the Ikaruga.
And then
Ikaruga?
you have the Ikaruga. The new battleship of the Black Knights.
I'm so used to it being Ikaruga, thanks to
Ikaruga.
Blaze Blue.
Well, call it how you like, Curious. The Ikaruga. Zero has his issue orders, command level 2, +3 will on turn 2 onward, and will limit break. In addition, he has commands Analyze and Focus. But he's also got sub-pilots. He's got Ogi there, who has a Commandor level 1 and Support Defense level 2 alongside Parts Supply. Once Zero gets his own unit, if you ever deploy Zero, Ogi will take over commanding of the Ikaruga. You've got Tamaki there. Oh look, Tamaki has luck. And you've got Rakshata, the technical designer for the Black Knights, who has the Scan, Trust, and Analyze.
Yeah.
Karuga also has the Radiant Wave Barrier,
It does have an A in water.
but only a B on land. Also, please note it cannot go underwater. It does not have water movement type.
Huh.
So its attacks are Missile, Large-Scale Linear Cannons, Hadron Cannon, and Hadron Cannon.
No post movement.
Yes. That's part of the reason that it's pretty bad. It's better than the Ptolemaeus,
It
in my
looks
opinion.
worse than Ptolemaeus, in my
But-
opinion.
It's still pretty bad. But hey, it's got a map attack, so that's something. But yes, also they literally just looted its Hadron
Weapons.
Cannons off of Zero's old unit, so...
Check that. Okay, but 19 kills. And he does have his tactics still.
Yes.
Since that was not a guarantee.
So yes, just quickly to mention there, your 3 targets for the SR point are, yes, the Tristan,
He killed.
which has Megiddo Harken, Hadron Spear, and MBS Harken.
Okay.
The 2 other ones you should need to take down are the red one and the Lancelot.
Yeah.
You don't need to bother with the flyy one. Alright, Lunamaria. Let's see what you can do.
No, Lunamaria.
You don't think she'll do enough damage?
I know she won't do enough damage.
Go forth, MVS Harkins.
especially due to the fact that her attack has 3,000 attack. Therefore, that's within the range I could take it out with a single attack and support attack.
He is impressed by Gundams. Their power is clearly not just for show.
This animation feels really sped up.
It does kind of. But hey, thanks to shields and variable phase shift armor, totally unharmed. No. Todo cannot use his strongest attack. The only one who can use their strongest is Colin.
Yeah.
Because Colin is very fired up after having received her new unit.
No, that's not it. She starts every map with 125 will.
And to top it off, she's extra fired up from receiving her new unit.
Wow, you
Trust
are
and vigor.
worthless for my purposes.
Yes, there's a reason I didn't use any of the Akatsuki's other than C2.
Okay, C2 is plus already.
C2 is good.
Alright. Colin, go ahead and try. You are currently the best bet for...
And so it's going to be handgun. Just hand it over to me.
Let's reload.
We've had a slight problem with our Twitch stream on our laptop for viewing here, but...
Yeah, it's a far better chance. Why would I not use that?
So we can't see any comments being made at the moment, but... Alright, Radiant Wave Surger and a bazooka. And if it fails, well, it's an SR point. They aren't critical.
They're nice!
Unlike in the original Z, where we will have to try and get all the ones we can. We can't lose! The drop of Knight of 3! So, I mean...
Yeah, this is a little close.
Alright. Pretty impressive, Colin.
I don't think that's how bazookas are.
It's an arm-mounted bazooka.
Yeah, that wasn't good enough.
Oh well. SR point failed, but that's life. Impressive, Black Knights. Today I was able to see the strength of your Commander Zero and your famous ace. That Red Nightmare frame. Next time I'll take you on for real!
So now, if I check... What? Doesn't it usually say failed? Failed it?
No, but it's not glowing. Either way. It only ever really says failed if you truly fail. As in have died once.
Fine. So that's how you go over.
Keep on doing what you can for characters. After all, almost everyone has been left in the dust by Colin.
Oh yeah, by a country mile.
Well done, duo. A perfect softening up for someone else. But who?
It's almost loaded.
Alright, so we should be back online now for any comments people have been trying to send us for the past minute or so. I thought you would have been done there, but to think he'd prepared this far ahead. This isn't that romantic, though. For me, at least, the fact that he's alive is the most important thing. As long as he comes back safely, that's fine. That's right, Marianne. After all, I'm his co-conspirator.
You haven't missed that much.
Yep. So, we failed the SR point here as we were not quite strong enough to take out the Tristan, but oh well.
500 points off.
I'll back up Toto. Let's go, Toto! I'll guard your back! You should show off the Akatsuki's a bit more while we have them. After all, I don't think they'll make too much. Machine guns! Just thinking about his subordinates. After you've fallen, you've all have become heroic spirits. If the sun gets you, I shall clear away your regrets. Let us go, Britannians. In Zero's name, we shall continue this fight. Also, they all fly now. Okay, that's
where I was expecting them.
Yes, that is very much not where I was expecting the machine guns. I was expecting them to be, you know, wrist-mounted.
Or even head-mounted.
Although part of that probably has to do with the fact that the Shinkira doesn't have wrist-mounted Hadron... doesn't have wrist-mounted slash Harkins. It has wrist-mounted Hadron blasters. Since we got to see such a splendid act put on here, I guess we'll have to do the best we can as well. Alright, finally got my hands on a new model here. If I'm not able to make full use of it, the rest of the 4 heavenly swords would laugh. It's quite a name.
I appreciate they've given more people portraits this time around. Even if it's the same repeating portrait, it's still a portrait.
I'm not quite sure what you mean by that.
They've given them faces, as opposed to masked, faceless mooks of the previous one. Like how all the terrorists wore masks.
Yeah, it's that these guys are the same, just different. Like a lot of the Britannian soldiers will look the same. And the slightly more advanced guys will look, you know, slightly different. But generally all of the class will look the same. I guess that's the handgun. I seriously have to wonder why they're so literal with handguns.
But what about the Trider beam cannon?
Sure, beam cannon. It's a hand cannon, maybe? If you want to put the term hand cannon in, go ahead. But it's a handgun.
And it does fire a beam.
Maybe. Once again, handguns.
I go for bazooka.
Alright.
2, 3 single.
So yes, once we clear the next stage... No.
Once we clear this route split.
Yes, at the end of the route split, we'll have completed 3 of 5 points for trusting Zero. So after that, we'll get to pick and choose one of the remaining ones.
The Mechas actually hit something.
I'm in shock.
It did it again and it didn't take any
I
damage.
was going to say, you need to turn on and let people see it, but... Oh hey, strong attack. Revolving slash. So, for Trust Zero, we have 3 options. 4 options. Firstly, on Chapter 17, where Lelouch gets his new Nightmare Frame, we can have him defeat the boss. Secondly, there's going to be a mission where Zero has to fight the Zero system. And on that stage, we can kill Wu Fei for a point, or we can beat up Hero in the Zero system for 2 points. And then finally, there's just have Zero be an ace by chapter 37. And that's another point. That's really all we have to do. So, of those 4 remaining points, we get to pick and choose 2. We can do all 4, but we don't have to. Why are you using the sniper rifle?
Because I was just looking at everyone range.
It just seems a waste to use a sniper rifle on someone with 300 health.
Indeed, it does.
Slash Harkins.
Sure, new Slash Harkins.
Probably looked like the old, but...
Yeah.
Just, you know, a way that they made themselves different is that their Slash Harkins are in the chest rather than being waist-mounted or arm-mounted or whatever. Also, if I remember correctly from the Shinkiro does have a set of Slash Harkins, but they're located in its knees. The one-shot. Melee damage is 10% stronger, so pretty weak ace bonus, but
That's pretty weak until you remember that the Radiant Wave Surger is hit.
I know, but still 10% is pretty low. Especially for a size S unit. Alright. Gen Cannon.
However, you really don't want to ignore Size Walker because Radiant's Wave Surger is the primary thing to use.
Oh, the world. Not something I could say. You weren't expecting that?
No. See attacks. As we all know, I cannot read Japanese in the slightest.
Yes, what I was going to point out is you deliberately mentioned the fact that it has no post-movement attacks.
Yeah, I hadn't moved it. I've just moved it into range so that it can take damage from other things and hopefully deal some damage.
Alright, Mordred. I have serious doubts about the Mordred. Not about its weaponry or anything, but about its naming sense. Why would the Britannian Empire deliberately name one of their strongest mechs belonging to a Knight of the Round Table for Morgan, you know? The guy who murdered King Arthur. Why? Not going to check what it can do?
It's a highly pathetic meow.
Yes, hello, kitten. Hi, Paloma. Do you want to hop up here? You want to hop back up again? Come back up. Revolving slash. You have focus and you have trust and vigor. Versus the Vincent Heir. I mean, it's not really a revolving slash. As I said, that one is not included in the Shadow Sword. He has focus and instinct.
If it gets the kill, good. If not, I guess I'll do the second one.
Cornelia's assistance. So fake slashing them, and then slam down with a jet sword from below after your seeming whiff.
Break sword. Just what a name.
What?
It's called a break sword.
Okay.
Things I learned from looking at the Kokiasaki.
Oh, his weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Something I had not noticed because you have not used the beam saber before with animation on.
What?
When it uses the beam sabers and charges along, its thrusters, its GN drives flip over to its back and ching, the little double O flares out from them. How pitiful. This is all I could do? Truly, how pitiful. It's the double O Gundam. Well done, hero. You need kills. Your ace bonus is important.
Not for several chapters, but still important.
Yes, it'll be a while before we get the wing zero, but when we do...
Can I actually counter?
Yeah, Lancelot. I mean, it has a friggin' huge cannon. You saw the cannon it has, right? Rugi Susaku. Hero! Do you really think these methods will be able to bring about peace? You're exactly the same as us, relying on your power to make your point. You don't have... A person like that doesn't have the right to bring peace to people. Neither of you have the right to bring peace. And neither of you will. Except Suzaku might. For murder. Zero Requiem. A brilliant but stupid idea. Which we may or may not see here. Depends on what people choose. Also, I think that the Lancelot's flight pack here is way too large.
What, just because it's the entire size of the suit?
I mean, thinking about, you know... But also it does that, so...
That.
Slightly more deserved. Shoto.
That was about the end of all I did.
Okay, Hyper Jammer attack. We do the Hyper Jammer attack followed by fire everything.
I'll do whichever's stronger.
Slightly stronger Trans Am. Pinpoint sniping Trans Am. I'll get a stronger attack later.
No, no, it was perfect. That was actually just about perfect.
Have you moved C2?
Yeah.
So you can't bless.
Yeah, don't really care.
Well, you don't need the money. You've still got instinct active, so. And now Trans Am music.
Which is not as good as Quantum Burst.
Poor Setsuna. Doesn't have anyone to manage the twin drive system right now.
Does he actually get energy restore medium after getting the riser?
I don't think so.
I mean, if one Chan drive gives you energy restore small,
then two should give you medium, right?
right? I mean, doesn't that make sense?
Yes.
And 17 should give you full recovery.
的が小さくとも外しゃしねえ
As an amusing slash painful fact for Z3, when we get to Z3 and they do Awakening of the Trailblazer,
I swear.
負けないどうせ私には
Just barely.
記憶が
important line. And from her there, she was going down. It's of no importance. Why don't my memories? The Black Knights are stronger than expected. But I won't lose next time. There's something not quite right with her.
No, really, you're giving her C2's voice.
Keep healing.
I found that trust is the best way to determine where you need to go to heal someone.
I mean, if it works, it works. It's one kill.
It doesn't matter.
Look how long range the beam rifle is.
Yeah, pretty
I
long
mean,
range.
this is just a standard beam rifle
ガンダムの好きに
on
や
the
らせるか
impulse.
It's not even the Agni or the not Agni.
Yeah.
侮らないでね
The massive green laser rifle.
Let's see.
The stage set,
ここに歯向かう愚か者ども
but they did have to get a lot of units in.
And a lot of story. I am somewhat curious here. What is it called?
Just the fact.
So, looks like that would be the Kerberos long-range beam cannon. Probably. Did have the Lancelot left, and is that it?
Yeah. I believe.
Yep, Lancelot's all that's left, so... Prepare who you want to get the kill, and bless him. Remember? Now he's healed some. How's he healed?
Don't know. I'm gonna trust that this isn't going to kill.
Although she's looking pretty dead.
Now. Effective?
That would be see-through, which grants bonus to hit evade rates.
Yeah, that should easily kill. Less than cheer.
I was going to say, but you can't Trans-Am from there.
Yeah. Alright, that makes it slightly more difficult.
Yes, I was going to warn you, but...
Well, I can't really get it any weaker, so the only options are Radiant Wave Searcher, Double Out, or Cheer Cow. Screw it, let's go for Cheer Cow.
Remember, if you take him below 6,000, he'll retreat.
Yeah, but that's any attack. See? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Zero. I'll definitely take you down! And it'll become the Knight of One and... Right! Store Japan! Suzaku. My worst enemy, Suzaku. It's precisely because you are my worst enemy that I know you well. What you did this time is because you know about Nunnally so well. So allow me to thank you, Kuroragi Suzaku. And don't forget that promise. Is it over? Incredible! That was awesome, Zero! You really are the best! Everything was a certain outcome. What are you saying? You don't know how much trouble it was to get the Ikaruga, the new model nightmare frame, and send like the other to you. Of course, I thank you, Rakshata. And I have to thank Deedhard as well for getting in contact with the Chinese Federation. You need to tell him that personally. I'm sure that he'll be wagging his little tail happily when he hears it. But Zero, there's a transmission coming in from one of those ships. One of the commanders from the Chinese Federation. They should be cooperating with us and helping out with our exile here. Wait a minute. They have a name in here. Yes. We're talking about the commander of the Chinese Federation's army? Wait a minute. What? How far of a net have you got spread? Our enemies from here on are going to be the world. Preparations such as these are but a matter of course. He was able to manipulate all of Area 11 with his kiosks. You really can't ignore him, can you? Zero. You really are the only one fit to be our leader. Should anyone other than you pull off something like this? I believe in you. Hoagie. I'm going to need you at my side from here on. Understood. I'll do everything I can to change this world. Of course I will too! After all, we're following our good buddy Zero here, right? You're such a weirdo. Is this really alright, Ogi? Zero abandoned you back at the Battle of Tokyo. All units, retreat! As of now, we shall head towards the Chinese Federation. That is where our new battle shall begin. Everyone, prepare yourselves. Yeah! Ogi, I'm counting on you, Toto, and the others to prepare the ship. Zero, you. Once we've taken some distance from Japan, I'll finish preparations. Back to Ashford Academy. Underground hideout. What's wrong, Miss Valletta? Being so surprised like that? Or, since we're inside this secret surveillance hideout, should I call you Count Valletta New? Hello. What are you doing? I've already used my gas on all of the members of this intelligence hideout other than you. And, after all I need to do now is have a talk with you, Miss Valletta, who I've already used my gas on. Please, listen to what he has to say. Rolo, you! Big Brother promised he'd show me the future. So, I try to see by such simple stuff as that? But the role of a teacher seems to suit you rather well, doesn't it? Did you want to become one originally? Just like Ogi. Valletta knew. The woman who wound up becoming a count after finding out Zero's true identity and stopping him. But for a while you worked with the Black Knights. If your relationship with Ogi was to become unknown, everything you built up could disappear in an instant, Miss Valletta. But I knew it. back during the battle at Tokyo, there was something mysterious going on between this woman and Ogi. You're acting so conceited here. If someone hadn't alerted you to it, you wouldn't realize anything was going on with her and Ogi, would you? What is it you want, Lelouch? Isn't it obvious? All I want is a peaceful life where nothing has changed from yesterday. Rollo and I will continue going to Ashford Academy, and you'll keep acting as the physical education teacher here. Of course, in my case, however... Back to names... Sayoko will be going in my place. I'm Shinozaki Sayoko. Oh. I'm pleased to be acting as Master Lelouch's body double. Don't tell me. Exactly right. For these past few weeks, I've slowly been changing myself out with Sayoko. Of course, there are a couple of problems with the fine details, so I haven't been able to use it whenever Rollo's near me. How? There's no need to be embarrassed, Professor. After all, thanks to that, everything should be able to continue on as it has, right? And after all, since the Black Knights have left this area, the most dangerous enemy, Suzaku, has already taken some distance. In other words, so long as you and Rollo cooperate with me, everything can continue on as if nothing has changed. But... please decide, Professor Valletta. Do you want these days to continue on as they have been? Or do you wish to be executed as a traitor? Well then. I understand. I'll cooperate with you, Zero. Oh, don't be so cold, Professor. Just call me Lelouch as you always have. By the way, I'll let you meet with Ogi again. Are you worried? It doesn't have anything to do with you. V2. Who? Who is that V2 person? This is a good opportunity, Lelouch, so I'll talk to you as well about this. V2. That is the man who gave the Emperor his Gyas, and told Suzaku about you and your powers. What? V2 is the current top of the Gyas cult, and most likely the one who sent Rollo here as well. In addition, he was the first person to cooperate with your father, Emperor Charles of Britannia. V2. The first compatriot of Emperor Charles. You have my thanks for that, C2. So that means that he is the one I shall need to defeat. Wait for me, Emperor. Once I destroy the Federation, I'll be sure to show myself before you again. And now, even in this new world you've created, I'll show you that Zero can still take it down. Alright. That's a stage clear. It took
Hour and 40 minutes or
a
so.
bit longer than we'd hoped, but we definitely need to continue on because the next chapter is very important. Try Zero.
Zero. Yeah.
That's important because otherwise there's no way you can get him to be ace.
Okay, you go.
Do you want to do that? Because the Ikaruga's really not going to be getting many kills. Hitting away would be better. Yep, that's hitting away. I'm both pleased and surprised you recognized it.
Well, it's not that hard. It is the only skill written like
With
that.
an ampersand. Right.
If that's the word for that, yes.
Yes, it is the only skill with an armor set. Yep.
Yep.
Well, not yet, actually. That will happen once we get the Shinkiro. Because in all honesty, the Ikaruga is pretty bad.
terrible.
It's my least favorite battleship in the game.
I'm not even going to upgrade it.
You should upgrade its health and armor at least a bit. You don't want it sinking on you. But yeah, it's not good.
That carried over.
Yeah.
We don't need to upgrade any other people.
And don't push what you do too far, because you're probably not going to be using most of them. Remember, in one stage's time, we'll be getting a bunch more people.
He's the one I'm most likely to use on the next day. Don't believe so.
No,
Yep,
Zero
no.
is not swappable, sadly. We have all these units, and yet no one can be swapped between them.
Well, the Gundam pilots can be swapped.
I was talking about just amongst the Code Geass units. They have so many mass production units, and yet they can't be swapped. It's honestly sad. So, off to the Asian Federation, some island. Dictionary, I know this is Chinese, but can you come up with something? I'm curious. No, it did not. It instead tried to read the name of the monitor. So,
Chinese Federation Code Geass I can probably find.
yes, it does not view it as Japanese text at all, since it's Chinese. Okay. Well, we're somewhere.
Is it the capital?
Could easily be.
In that case, it would be the Vermilion City.
Okay, so we're somewhere in China.
There's a decent chance it may be the Vermilion Forbidden City.
I've been waiting for you, Zero. And here's another weird person. See if you can find a list of character names. Because I cannot read these at all. Yay, Chinese. We've been waiting for you, Zero. I thank you for your assistance in having the Chinese Federation accept the Japanese people.
Empress Tianzi?
What are you talking about?
Possibly?
I don't know. That should not be.
That's the only name I've gotten so far. There's a lot of page.
Of course. But yes. After all, something like this is easy. For a while, at least while you're here, you can feel free to use this island as you wish. I shall go ahead and accept that. And so, who is that? This is a person I do know the name of. Not that I'll be able to keep it in my mind here, because they will show up as a character. That would be Li Shinkei. Quickly mark that down. I'm Li Shinkei. What is your position, sir? You are a member of the military, I believe. One of the military officers here. So you're the tiger of the Chinese Federation, Li Shinkei. I've heard rumors about you before. See, I won't be able to stay in this island for particularly long. On the off chance that something should happen, I'd like to ask you to protect the Japanese people. Do you intend to fight against the entire world? I wonder about that. Mr. Zero! It's been a long while.
Kaguya Sumeragi. On that one.
Kaguya Sumeragi.
Yeah.
Okay.
These pages are not helpful.
Sumeragi, just like a certain captain. It's been a while. It has been a while, Lady Kaguya. I'm pleased to see that you were as energetic as before. Let's see. Since you were able to rescue that many of the Japanese people safely, I'm more than happy to forgive you for later.
And the first person we couldn't pronounce and figure out the name of is Gao Hai.
Gao Hai.
One of the high units.
Gao Hai. Alright. More than willing to accept. Yes. I'm more than willing to accept you taking on concubine. Concubine? Yes. After all, Zero and I have sworn to see the future together. Shinkai? I know that, I understand that, but... Lady Kaguya, how are things inside the Chinese Federation? I've been able to make some friends here. I'd like to introduce them to you as well, Sir Zero. I look forward to that. Well then, Lord Gaohai, Sir Shinkai, I shall take my leave here. So I guess he rescued the Empress-to-be as part of his operation. Well done. Even if he is acquainted with our commander, to give this entire island to the Japanese, no, to Zero, what was he thinking? There's no need for you to know. Now let us go, Shinkai. I sincerely apologize. Zero himself is utter bliss. He is the one who shall bring us joy. That's Zero. What sorts of methods did you use to get Gaohai to do this? Probably Gias, but... Back to the island. And hi, Marina. What's wrong? Is this really alright? 1 million people were able to leave Area 11 without any bloodshed. You really can't take fault with Zero. The fact that he was able to accomplish it without fighting is wonderful. However, I don't think that this method will really wind up resulting in anything in the end. 1 million Japanese people were able to escape their homeland. But I wonder when Zero will actually take back Japan for them. In order to do that, he'll have to fight, won't he? There is no other way. It is exactly as Saisei says, Marina smiled. You are... I am Zero. Please forgive me, my lady, for my rudeness in not taking off my mask. I don't have I've lost my country already. I'm no princess at all. Even though the Japanese who have fled to this island here may have lost their homeland, they still have their pride as Japanese. And if that's the case, so long as you think of yourself as a member of Azdistan, you are still the princess of the country. Thank you very much. See. So long as you attempt to advocate for the absolute pacifism that the Sank Kingdom believed in, I fear you shall never accept my goals. And, in addition, I heard that you were friends with the late Prince Euphemia. Yes. After this, I'm fairly certain that the world will become more chaotic than before. You may as well stay here at this island for now in order to see how things pan out. Do you desire for this world to be wrapped in conflict? See. Do not get me wrong. I do not desire battle.
I don't think that one's actually accurate.
However-
Lelouch is voiced by Jun Fukuyama, whereas Setsuna is Mamoru Miyano.
Yes, they're not. At the very least in. Yeah, at the very least in Japan, Zero and Setsuna are different people. You know, English, maybe not.
Could be. Let's see. No, doesn't look like it.
Yes, they're not quite the same people. However, in order to fix this world, I believe it will need to be destroyed at least once. It's exactly as you say, Zero. See? You are truly Chaos Incarnate, fit to rule in the middle of the carnage. Detart lead. Even though he is a Britannian, he's been supporting the Black Knights from undercover. Celestial being. To think that even people like you would be lending your aid to Zero. The Gundams that once threw this world and that once shook this world. Now that they're cooperating with Zero, the world really will begin moving again with the Black Knights at the center. Let's see. We aren't seeking to destroy the Federation itself. Zero. You should say something too. Say what you wish, Setsuna. But you all should know as well. In order to try and fix this twisted world, we'll need to exorcise the cancer from it. Excise. Not exercise. Excise the cancer from it. See? The Chinese Federation is a part of the Federation, and a first world country as well. However, it's in a slightly different position than the Britannian Union and the HRA, and the AU. Princess Marina. For a short while, at least here, you should stay here on this island and observe how the world moves. Understood. I shall stay here for now. Setsuna, Zero. Our meeting on our operations from here on out is about to begin. Everyone else is already gathered. Understood. I'll go immediately. Setsuna. I must go. Rina Ismail. Think about what will happen here on out on your own. That's what I intend to do. You really are interesting, the two of you. Are you lovers? No. You're wrong. Huh? Is my maidenly intuition wrong? No, but... Ikaruga. Cafeteria. Yeah, it definitely is a submarine. It doesn't look, like a pleasant entryway there, but... What are you saying, Camille? Let's see. It's exactly as I said. The fact that 1 million Zeros have left Japan, that information hasn't been spreading at all. See? It's not just the television and the newspapers. Even on underground sites on the internet, it's not spreading at all. What? Why on earth are they ignoring such awesome news? I'm sure if those Cathalon guys were fighting the Federation knew, they'd be sure to get fired up from it. And that would be exactly why. What do you mean, Detart? At this point in time, all of the information in this world is being controlled by someone. See? It isn't just public information such as the televisions and newspapers. See? Even personal news that's being uploaded to the internet is being controlled by by someone. Everything criticizing the Federation. The fact that Zero's opposing Britannia's and crushed. Don't tell me. It's exactly like the UN back then. UN? Back in the world that we members of Zuth were in, the most important information network was known as the UN. Back when we were there, we wound up fighting against some guys who were trying to control the world from the shadows. They wound up using it to manipulate the flow of information. See. Back at that point in time, we were made to dance around to the tune of the people who were manipulating information as they liked in the name of protection. I don't want to remember what happened back then. Even in this world, someone's trying to manipulate the information so that only the stuff that's favorable for them gets out. But at the very least, a system as convenient as that didn't exist before the destruction incident. So it was something that was created only recently. Wait a minute. Is that something that can really be done so easily? Leaving aside the UN back from our world, for a place like this that's already got a society in place and a bunch of legal systems in place, I don't think it's something you could do in that short of a time. So you're saying it's probably something that was created immediately after that great dimensional quake. But for some reason, it's been inactive until now. But someone's using it in order to try and manipulate the information about the Federation. Is it Veda? Veda, that was that supercomputer thing that Celestial Being had, right? To say it correctly, it's a quantum system. Quantum computing system. It was able to gather information from all over the world, utilize it, and analyze it. With that Veda thing, that's the reason Celestial Being was able to fight against the world, right? Exactly right. In this world, the only thing I can think of that would be capable of pulling off what you're talking about would be Veda. Back during the destruction incident, the trader from Celestial Being wound up hacking it and hijacking it and stealing it. While we were on our own, we tried tracking down Veda's whereabouts, but in the end we couldn't discover anything. But, with everything we've been able to put together till now, it seems highly likely that whoever's stole Vega and is utilizing it is somewhere inside the Federation. But we defeated that Alejandro man, right? So I guess that means that someone other than Alejandro Corner helped him steal Veda, and is now making use of it. I know that Treza of Oz wound up joining hands with Alejandro, but wait a minute, wasn't Representative Elgin the same too? Representative Elgin. That was the big hotshot guy from the UN Peace Preservation Council who forms Axis, right? He's the kind of person where we never really knew what he was going on about. As he is right now, Representative Elgin should be in charge of the Federation's military. So that means he's in charge of both the Alos and Oz? I don't know. Back when we were in Oz, Representative Elgin never showed up in public even once. What's wrong, Setsuna? Back when I killed Alejandro Corner, the very last moment he was talking to someone. And so... I don't know who it was that he was talking to, but it wasn't Elgin Roddick or Trace Kushunada. So there's someone pulling the strings in the background, huh? So whoever that person is, they're currently involved deeply in the Federation, using Celestial Beings Veda in order to manipulate the flow of information. That seems highly likely right now. So our enemy is the Federation, which has gotten their hands on Veda. And to top it off, they're backing both the Alos and Oz. In order to deal with that many enemies, we don't have anywhere near enough information or weapons. If that's the case, then why don't we rendezvous with the Crusher Squad? I mean, they're in the other Japan, right? I'm sure that they're pretty close. It is certain that their super robots would be a good aid to us. But according to... Go back to the other name. But according to Wang Liu Mei's information, the Crusher Squad's currently cooperating with the SMS of the Frontier Fleet. Yes, Wang Liu Mei, that is the name of Celestial Being's main agent. Yay. Alto and the others, huh? Yeah. So wouldn't this be a convenient point? It's no good. Why? The Crusher Squad is a special force operating under the Federation Army. If they were to cooperate with us, that would mean they were going against the Federation Army. After all, the Federation were nothing more than anti-government terrorists. But weren't they also members of Zexus at one point? At that point in time, we had the backing Representative Elgin, head of the UN's Peace Preservation Council, to use as a shield if necessary. And even so, we had a lot of problems. And to top it off, back then we had way too many other enemies. In order to deal with them, we had to transcend simple matters of what we thought was better, and all work together. Imperium really was dangerous, wasn't it? But, on the other hand, it's precisely that strength of Imperium that was able to create today's world. Unless a shock on that level appears again, the Federation may remain as it is for a long time. Though who'd want something like that to show up again? That is right. That may have been a poor choice of words. Cullen and Zero. Thinking about them before, it seems as if their relationship has changed a bit. What is it? Patrol units! Let's see. Just a moment ago, at point 1560 above the Pacific Ocean, dimensional quake class dimensional shock was occurred. It's noticed. What? Zero. That's close to the island. We can't afford to ignore this. We ought to head up there at least in order to confirm the situation. All units prepare to launch. Dimensional quake. How on earth is happening? Important stuff. Chapter 13. Translated here as the Gates of War. Deploy your 19 units. Just enough. But you'll probably want to move them. That's good. That's good. So this is where that dimensional quake happened, right? From what I can see, it doesn't look like anything's changed. It looks as if nothing happened above ground. Felt. What's the surrounding situation like? Our radars and sensors aren't picking up much from the area. We don't have any signs of any enemies at the moment. So I guess it's okay for now. But yeah, we're completely wrong, Mr. Hyon. It's exactly a time like this that unknowns could appear again. Come to think of it, they also wound up showing with a dimensional shock, right? Well, so long as something like the King of Destruction doesn't show up again, we should be okay. Come on, Mr. Rase, it's not only bad people who show up from dimensional quakes. After all, they're the reason we wound up coming to this world, right? Watch out, Shin. Something's coming! It's those things. Again. These are those unknowns? Exactly as the name implies. They're completely unknown what they are. Although they don't have that high of a combat ability. It doesn't look like they've got any dimensional beasts with them this time. It's unknowns. They come from the dimensional quake? Well, if that's the case, we can rest easy a bit. We just need to clean them up here and now. What's wrong, Miss Sumeragi? These unknowns are unmanned units. So that means it's highly likely they came either for an investigation. In other words, there's a high chance that they're hiding a main squad behind them. All units, hurry up and get rid of the enemies. But don't let down your guard. So after these, dimensional beasts will come, huh? Annihilate all enemies. No SR point yet. Don't let a battleship fall. Good luck.
It occurred to me, one of the reasons why, the Astray series might not be in more things.
Why? Oh. 6
That's
points.
actually perfectly fine. A terrible thought came to me. What would happen if Loguel met Lloyd?
Oh no. If they have enough crazy stuff happen with just one mechanic freak going on and remodeling everything however he likes.
Can you imagine the trauma that would occur?
That it would not be good, kitties. Kitties, what are you doing?
Climbing up there.
Just causing a bit of chaos. Just a bit. Only a little bit, right? This cellmate's only a little bit, kitties.
You worry too much. I know you believe it is your job to worry, but it in fact is not your job to worry.
Right, that'll be your job from here on out.
Man, you both took more damage there than I was hoping for.
Cyborg scientist from Getter Robo. Would that be Professor Shikishima, the guy who's been showing up with the one crazy eye? Was able to make a handgun fire like a machine gun that can blow up a tank. Okay. Well, considering that he's in this game, yeah, it's probably a good thing that he's stuck on the super robot route and Lloyd's almost always on the real robot route. Because in all honesty, yeah, that would be just a little terrifying to have all of the mechanic geeks in one place, with access to an entire army of robots they could restructure. Ha ha ha. I feel highly likely we would have multiple instances of,
Bent to making things better?
No, I was going to say robots sorting with, you know, an arm missing or something like that, as they're too busy fixing them to actually leave them in one piece for deployment.
I'd actually love to see a Super Robot Wars with that many mechanics, just to see the
What have you done?
what stuff could you create.
We're sorting with a giant death ray.
What other type of death ray is there?
I mean, technically there's a pocket death ray, but I mean, what good is a pocket death ray on a giant robot? And besides, remember, we're supposed to be the heroes, you two. Please, we are not trying to blow up the universe. Again. Please, we're begging
This is the
you.
restoration incident, not the destruction incident.
Yeah. We've already blown up the world once. We don't want to do it again. Yes. A handheld death ray, pocket death ray. Yeah. That's not what the world needs right now.
And Chiriko's got that covered with his gun.
Yeah, Chiriko's handgun can punch through tanks on its own. So, I mean, really, you don't need another.
Just about the only thing he can't destroy is a battleship. And even that he could take down with enough bullets.
You could probably, if you targeted the right spot, take it out. Resonation of the dimensional boundaries is rapidly accelerating. Dimensional shock? No, this isn't at that level. What's happening? What's going on? It's a dimensional quake. Dimensional quake's happening? All units, brace for shock. Have the larger units shield the smaller ones. Ah. Battleships? That's... the Great Axiom? No. Slightly different. Is that this world's armies? Out of nowhere. Hello, Uther. Uther. According to the information from our advanced squads, they're members of that group known as Zexus. Do you think we'd run into people like that as soon as we transferred over? What bad luck do we have? Well, with the situation things are, for once, we may as well go ahead and retreat here. Well, isn't this the time for you to go and show your power, Knight of Knights? I apologize. But Ambrone, my lord, for now we ought to at least confirm the enemies who are in front of our eyes. In front of our eyes, if the main squadron retreats here. Here, and we'll have problems remaining on the battlefield. Are you saying we'll have to fight? Lady Ambrone. Don't worry, we'll leave at least a token squadron behind here. Or is it that you think that our new Arc Sabers will lose? No. Trod! Are you going to move the army as Ambrone says? Understood. These guys, are they from Imperium? That ship isn't the Great Axiom. Even if that's so, it looks a lot like it. Those ships, did they come here? It looks like they came here in that dimensional quake before. Watch out, something's coming.
Dimensional beasts.
A lot of them. And some other
new
stuff.
things.
There's a lot of those new types. Looks like these are the ones who are sending those unknowns and special types to our world. There's some things other than dimensional beasts out there. The design looks kind of similar to Miss Margaret's Pearl Nail. Those units. They really do have something to do with the Holy Empire, Holy Country of Imperium. So the enemy's battleship flagship fell back. So they're looking down on us from high. And if that's the enemy's commander, we can take out that ship. It'll all end. We won't let you lay a single hand on our captain. There's a person in it? So these ones are a man? It has nothing to do with whether we have a grudge against you or not. But since we've been on the battlefield, we don't intend to hold back. I don't know what the hell's going on with you. So you're gonna fight us, huh? All units, commence combat preparations. If they're attacking us, we'll take them down. If they have something to do with Islam, then if we're fighting them here, we'll need to be careful. Well then, Your Highness. Our new battle is about to begin. Yes. I have high hopes of our new Arc Sabers. A lot of enemies. Good luck. A lot of enemies. Boy, some more map attacks would be nice here. Or a new ally. Or a bit of both. Methus, Beam Saber.
The new ally we'll get.
Is very good.
Map attacks, though.
We'll have one too. Cats. Oh, Methus. You are very clunky looking. He's hit! Really, Trans Am. And it still didn't get a kill.
Yeah, no. Too many enemies. I was
Just a
going to
few.
say something about the fact that she was the winner of Camille's romance affections. And I was going to say something, but then I realized it's not a love triangle or a square. It's a massive web.
Yes. Something's coming out of the enemy's flagship. The Sapphire launched? I didn't give an order to launch. Fall back, Wayne! I won't let you to go off on your own. Oh, what are you saying, old man? I meant one of the numbers. I'm a high knight. See. I just launched in order to protect His Highness from the problems ahead of us. But it's dangerous. Wayne Riptail, do you understand what you're saying? Shut it, hag. This is a knight's job. It'll be a problem if you just keep yapping at me. Hurry up and fall back. How dare you! Lady Ambrose. Sir Wayne has gone ahead and launched. I suppose there shall be no problems if we leave it to him. Are you alright with that as well, Your Highness? Yes. I think I've seen more than enough of Zexus. Palace and Salam, retreat! I shall leave the command on the scene to Lord Wayne. Having to deal with protecting the prince and dealing with that old lady. You have my sympathy, Knight of Knights. That unit. Looks like Cheval's Emeraldon? But his unit was green and this one's blue? Oh yeah. You all fought against my teacher before, didn't you? So I guess you know about his style. What? Alright, listen up all of you. My name is Wayne Reptel, number 4 of the Arc Sabers. So he was an Arc Saber? You know the name as well? What? Yes. I felt you should at least know the name of the men who will take you down. Oh, after all, you'll regret it otherwise, won't you? You don't think that you've won already. Already? You're the ones who should know you've already lost. After all, this battle was decided the moment I launched. Watch out. His presence is just like Cheval's. Looks like his unit's even more powerful than Emeraldon. Is it even stronger than him? Sorry, but my Sapphire is even the newest model of you. The humans of this world. I'll be sure to teach you all. Not to look down on us Dark Sabers! So, to win, destroy the boss. Or have him retreat. Destroy all that's our point, destroy all enemies within 5 turns, and then destroy this Sapphire. However, if 6 turns pass, it will leave, or if it goes under 4,500 HP, it will retreat.
Alright. So, long story short on that, we will be getting Super Robots next. Everything from the other route will get next stage.
Yes. Next stage,
Is
the
the
route
final
splits
stage.
finish. But for this stage at least, we're stuck with...
Route
What
Split
we
doesn't
have.
actually finish on that stage.
Ow.
It is the last stage of the split. But you get everyone.
Cat, you are being sharp.
Well, I guess you haven't been giving her attention this whole time.
Yes, because I've been busy talking.
How could you be so cruel?
My maniacal little yandere cat is very happy that the
So
human
many
is here.
enemies. Too many enemies.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to get that. That's our point.
No, I don't think I am either. This game expects you to have fully upgraded most things at this point.
But man, He wasn't just talking big. See? His offensive strength's about on par with the King of Destruction.
How do you know? He hasn't attacked anyone.
I'm not exactly happy to be compared with a monster like that. What? Have you remembered my name? Damn it. He's still looking down on us? Sorry, miss, but this is the truth. Alright, we can use our skills to try and make up with the difference in strength. Silence! We already know far too well that you can't deal with things like that. Now, come at me. I'll pound the disgrace of losing into your souls! If you're not going to come at me, then I shall head over there. Wait a minute. What is this reaction?
A unit we recognize if we'd gone through Z1 first.
That's... Virgo Glory? That's Setsuko? Camille? Shin? And everyone from Zooth? It's Setsuko. You got dragged into a dimensional quake as well? Yeah. When I woke up, Chief and Toby weren't anywhere and I was alone. But I wound up realizing there was a fight going on nearby and coming over here. You dodged? What are you doing all of a sudden? That unit. Is it making use of dimensional science? What? To think that there'd be people violating that taboo other than the old lady. Can't afford to leave this alone. Please stop. I don't intend to fight since I don't know what's going on. The way you're acting. Looks like you got dragged over here as a part of our transport. I'm sad, but this is fate too. Go ahead and die. Let's go. Or what do you say? He's gonna fight us. We'll explain the situation later. Please, fight for now. Alright. Is that also one of Zith's members? That's right. She's someone you can really rely on. To suddenly be lending a hand to people you've met for the first time. I don't know what sort of a fool you are. You're wrong. I don't care. After all, well, you're being far too casual for putting your life on the line. It may be true that I don't know about half of the people here, but there are people who fought by my side through life and death, who I could trust with everything. I'll believe them and fight here. I see. Allow me to apologize. Let me hear your name, lady. That is part of my style as a knight. I'm part of the Special Operations Squad, the Glory Star. Lieutenant Setsuko Ohara. Alright, that's a good unit you have, Setsuko. But don't think that you'll be able to take out me in the Sapphire Dare. I won't let things go as you wish. This is the Virgo Glory! It's all of ours pride! Don't let Setsuko die. And so now we have the Virgo Glory.
Man, that looks decent. That looks better than I thought.
It's one of the 2 protagonist units from Super Robot Wars Z. She has SP Recover, Ignore Size, Support Attack Level 2, and See-Through. Focus and Instinct as Spirit Commands. No special skills. As weapons, the Held Strike, V Straight Turret, High Straight Turret, Stray Turret, which is a map attack, the Nautilus Carver, which pierces barriers, and ultimate attack, the Glory Star.
Cool.
Don't let Setsuko die.
Far easier said than done.
Yep. Focus. He's the only one who can focus here.
Yeah.
Turn on the arcs. Alrighty, Gruga, fire the Hadron cannons.
厄介な相手だな。パドロン銃砲を使う。
ゲフィオンコントロール問題ないよ。
標準固定。車線も確保。 し
Directly off to go in.
国村ホドロン銃砲発射
You have lots of that's cooking.
Whoever can stick forth in the for that.
Oh, I can't see it through, but she has a good pocket here.
Yeah.
We really need to trim you. Yes, it was very nice to see Setsuko again. And very nice that Setsuko can seem to see us again.
None of that nasty losing your senses.
Yeah, none of the nasty, losing your 5 senses due to effective spheres. I mean, you overcome that once you hit 3rd stage or whatever. Because yes, anyone with the sphere, it has really bad effects, and then they go away once you get far long enough awakening it. If you can survive far enough awakening it. Most people don't. But those who do are glorious.
They find great power in it. Or something.
Or something. Nice try.
Looking along the route split.
No, in fact. He does not like monsters that would, fight against 2 limbs. I mean, who wants to fight monsters anyway?
Monsters?
Yes, that's because they're using them for parts, though. Be sure not to get too close to the boss unless you want to explode. By the way, do you have anyone who can analyze him? No, because you moved both your battleships. Yeah, just, probably. Did you pick up Terry? I'd target something that hasn't been injured.
There isn't anything. Unless I go next to the boss.
Alright. You as you wish.
You're right, yes.
Oh, analysis. Very nice.
Good, that didn't kill.
Sniper rifle. Does Lock-on pick up something new? Beam gun. Oh well.
Zero
Give someone
stop.
else a chance. Yeah, you didn't take any damage, even if you didn't deal any. So it's tolerable. When you do fight one of the Arc Sabers, be sure to show off what they can do. And be sure to show off the Virgola here. Alright, Virgola, show your skills.
Should be good.
The Nautilus Carver. Virgola Glory. Pride of the Glory Star. Hers. As long as I'm in this machine, I'll make sure to survive this fight. No matter what world this may be. Nautilus Carver, activate. My sorrow becomes strength, then. Green Carver, close range mode!
That's not what I was expecting.
That, I believe, is where her sphere is stored.
That's more in line with what I was expecting.
So, the thing about the Virgola is that it had 3 separate weapons. There were 3 separate units. One of them was equipped with a beam gun, one was equipped with a beam scythe, and one was equipped with a physical blade. And so by the end of the series, they all got slammed into one unit, as they kept on losing Virgolas. Alright. This guy. Seems like you were able to feel some of my strength, huh? You aren't just an ordinary soldier, are you? I don't intend to have a pointless talk like this. So long as you rely on me, I will annihilate you. Ah, that's straight. This of yours is nice. You aren't just not an ordinary soldier, you seem to be first class. But, if that's so, then I'm extra first class. I'll use this to teach you that fact. Oh,
I'm done.
not as bad as it could be, but not good.
This is a J.
This is not J where it will only do 10 damage, but it will not be good. Be sure to move out of range.
I've still got instant block, so that's something.
Yeah.
ちょっとのミスも見逃さねえとはな
And look at his HP.
ガンダム
Underwater
伝説は俺が止める
Mm-hmm.
圧倒的な力に押しつぶされろ
Similar.
So that's just the same colors.
お前に構っている
Yep. But now we can check and see what he does. Bishop the Emerald.
But not
No. He's fighter.
Number
Yeah,
spells.
see-through, guard, will up, prevail level 6, will limit break, spiritual defense. This unit has DM armor equipped. Has double horn thunder map attack,
Close movement.
twin gritter blade, double horn buster, and raging mace flap. Raging mace smash.
Yes, in fact, we have a mech that has a microwave as a weapon. That is the Gurren. The Gurren's arm is a microwave.
Not quite, but basically. That radiation arm basically functions as a microwave. Hi, Pawpaw. I don't know if you're going to be on camera or not, but... Here, I'll trade you.
Good luck with that.
Wow. Here is the Pawpaw. Fine. And then, of course, there is the Gundam X as well. With
Microwave
its satellite
charging.
cannon that charges via microwaves from the moon, so... I mean, you can technically think of that as a microwave weapon.
Does this count as a beam weapon?
No, it doesn't have the P. The B for beam.
Nice.
Alright, Paul. You don't want to be here, do you?
No.
Alright, let's let you go. Yeah. I mean... The first time that the Gurren was used, it was actually used to explode an underwater reservoir, I believe.
負けられないのだ
So that specifically, energy crossbow, which is ejecting shells. That's a thing. Okay, yeah, it was used to explode an underwater reservoir and cause a giant landslide to take out the Britannian army. Then again, though, that landslide also wound up killing a lot of other people, including Lucia's girlfriend's father. Oops. I mean, you can't always know things like that'll happen, right? Whoosh.
It was totally an accident.
In that case, it was. But, not good. Was Kamina one of the pilots? No. But yes.
Well, you're gonna be worthless against the boss in
What?
once he moves.
But yes, Yes, it was nice to see the rivalry between the Gurren and the Gurren Lagann, wasn't it? Even if it was completely one-sided. Kamina was not happy that someone was stealing his name.
But it's named for the same reason.
And it had the name first, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, do you think Kamina cares about petty things like that? Ha ha ha, you're wrong.
He's the man who kicks common sense to the curb, after all.
Yep. The large black cat is in play mode at our feet.
At your feet. I'm perfectly safe.
Shall fend him off with a bottle if possible. Here. Stab that if you like. Feel free to stab the bottle, not my hand.
Alright,
Meanwhile, almost everything Camille has is a beam. Because Zeta. No kitties. Playful cats are dangerous.
especially when they have talons.
Yes, I do think that his are aptly describable as talons. He's so gentle that he hardly ever bothers, attacking anything with them. Which is why whenever he gets all playful, it is deadly. Wall. I would go ahead and use wall there.
Just looking to see if there are any other things that are
Alright, sniper
decent
rifle.
options.
But he's using exactly the same attack.
That's a lot of damage.
Be glad the boss doesn't have double action here.
They're not that evil yet.
Yet.
This is only stage...
14.
I was gonna say 14, 15?
Yes, it should be stage 13 or 14. So, they will not be that evil quite yet. But see, what worries me here is that you have Duo right there where he can easily smack you without getting out of the water. Mine. That was unexpected.
The Methus has actually been useful here.
Methus has actually been fighting things. You can tell he's the boss because he's got a crest.
Oh, is he the boss?
No, you can tell. Well, he's the boss of those guys.
Yeah.
Yes, and you can tell he's their superior because he's got a crest and a fancy helmet.
And a fancy axe.
All of your weapons are beam.
No. Oh, not at all.
Versus the Raging Smash. Raging Mace Smash.
I feel like this is one of the few beam attacks that Yep, that's one of the
Although he'd probably do a different variation of it. Yeah, Gundams are bad at underwater combat in general.
I expected that one isn't Beam Sight did the amount of damage I was expecting it to. Because it's designed for underwater combat.
So. Versus Sacred Blow.
After a show. Alright, now what I need to turn
Very nice. So you have 2 enemies and the boss.
Those two in the boss. Which doesn't quite fill.
Will you drag over?
You're a good. You're a decent option. Not great, but you know,
Yep.
you can at least function.
Please note, Setsuko can support attack. Twice. Going to use the Glory Star. Alright, show off your strongest move, Setsuko.
GS コンバットアクションのすべてを私の命バルゴラに捧げる
Give my whole life, Virgo.
ザ・グローリースターフル
Glory Star, full burst!
It was a beam weapon.
Oops.
No.
No,
Why did it?
don't know. Could be just his prevail kicking in. Even with the flight type speed, I can't get away from him. It's your mistake for letting down your guard. After all, this fighter here has even had its mobility upgraded. Give up. It's impossible for you to be the opponent of a High Knight. All knights are the same no matter where they're from. I won't lose. I won't let myself be looked down on by someone like you. I apologize. That that presence of yours. You're the same type as me, aren't you? In place of an apology, I'll show you my true power!
I know who's going to use the map attack.
Nope. No. Not yet, at least. He's using the V stray turret.
Sure, that should do better.
Even though it's so small, let's see. What do you think of Chiriko? Even though that's so poorly made, I'm having trouble keeping track of it. You aren't ordinary, are you? Very well then. For Battle of Knights, no unnecessary words are needed. The Sapphire and I shall take you down. That is all there is. Jericho, show off what you can do. No crits from Jericho.
どうやら少しはマジになれそうだぜ。手間取らせるんじゃ。
With Jericho and show off the V straight turret.
ギリギリのタイミングだ。
こちらがコンビネーションを合わせますターゲットロックシュート
physical shots.
盛り上がってきたぜこいつはよ
Some other damage too.
Well,
Is it
she's
because you're not
probably
upgraded?
really poor. Like there's a part where she's probably really poorly for water. Nope, I don't know. Yeah, part of it probably is the lack of upgrades. I like that you can transcend. And he has no chance of hitting. Beam rifle's all that will work.
Not that it'll do anything, but
I mean, it'll do something. Just shut off the air. To think that you would come at me even knowing the power of the Sapphire Door. We can't retreat. We know how dangerous it is to let someone like you run free on this world. You're trying to be the guardians of this planet, huh? As expected of the rumored Zexus. So I guess that means we're the same. No matter who's taken down, we'll do it without regrets.
I believe we'll be keeping Setsuko for quite a while.
Setsuko will stick around for a while, but then she'll disappear. And then we'll get Ren for a while. And then he'll disappear. But don't worry, they'll be back by the end of the game, with upgrades. This guy, he's on a completely different level than anything we've fought till now. It seems as if you're at least good enough to understand your opponent's strength, miss. The one who's riding that machine should have been that man. You know about Crow? I remember. This guy's name is Crow Bruce. One of our targets. If you guys are gonna hunt down Crow, then I'll take you on. Remember my name. I'm Mr. Airhouse, Special Beastbuster of the Scout Labs.
Tomorrow, we should get everyone from the other split.
And hopefully Crow.
Yeah.
Hopefully. There you go. That's at least pretty good. Yes. It will be nice to have Crow back. Remember next turn to use Analyze.
That's cool, but Trans Am doesn't count.
As
A, beam.
you sure you want to do that? You should at least close in.
Nah, I'm not. No one left is of any use. Really? You're not?
I mean, come on, he's a knight. Do you think he would bother with that? And Toto's only using his second strongest
こ
move.
いつは師匠のエメラルダン以上だぜ
This guy's even stronger than my master's Emerald on.
ちょろちょろと
Oh, you had any super robots at all? No.
Yes.
Yes?
Trider. No, not Trider. Tetsujin.
Right, yeah.
Tetsujin is the only one we've had so far.
For one stage, we had Tetsuji 28.
As I said, it's a long route split. And it decides a lot of
横
stuff.
断盛り上がってきたぜこいつはよ
You also need to remember the size problem here.
Yeah, that is...
Because they're size S's. Code Geass units. Let's apply analysis. Do what you think will be best. Bazooka, strongest attack. Should be able to use the Elandine once.
Yeah, but don't want to. It's melee. It's beam.
Beam.
Why not?
やってみせるやってみせなきゃアサルトコンバット
Okay.
But next stage we'll get a number of super robots that we will want to use.
A lot of them. A lot of the most important ones.
突撃だ
Considering that
でもやっぱり突撃だ
I don't know if we're making better time or not right now.
これが私
Should
の精
be
一杯だ
about the same, as we've been doing about 2 stages per day. So, in total this game should be 60 chapters. So that should be 30 days of playing, or thereabouts. And as we are now, we should be... This is chapter 13, so we're a little less than a quarter of the way through that. So it'll be a while still. Well, we've gotten a decent amount done.
この世界を変えるそれが僕たちの
Unless
戦
you're
い
a
だ
boss.
トランザム
Oh, it just gets longer.
Yep,
Z3's longer, Z32's even longer.
セラビーのフルパワーでいく
They go up to 60 stages.
This one is 60 stages. Yes, this one is 60 stages.
Last one's 62.
ハイパーバース
But the thing is that
ト解放
when we get to Z3, they went over to the PS3, and so they were able to make a lot longer and more complicated stages, since they had all this extra room to utilize on the Blu-ray discs, as opposed to these little UMD discs of PSPs.
We'll be on New Game Plus, so we'll be able to slightly shorten
俺たちは侵
times.
略者だ
Yes. But even so, the last stage I cleared took me hours in Z3.
Mind you, that is one of the final stages, or...
True. But even so, it took a long time to clear beyond the time. But I mean, they really had to do it justice since it's a crazy important moment. Yes, it would be nice to see him get his mech out of the lake, but
He's not doing it!
in addition to the fact that you've lined up all these tasty targets next to him, there's also the fact that you could think of this as a handicap for him. Probably.
Okay...
Can you check him for just one moment? Yeah, it's a handicap for him. He's only got a B in water, so it may be hard for you, but it's hard for him as well.
4,500. Well, I mean, I could easily try and weaken him a bit.
And if you fail, meh.
Okay, so my best bet now is to transact.
The other one is a beam attack, which is unfortunate, but it's probably the strongest hit you'll get.
Let's go for it.
この位置仕留める
Yeah, I don't think it'll be strong enough, but we'll see.
そう
If it gets to below 1,000.
Yeah. Alright. But hey, you still got the DM armor from that.
Okay, not the best, not the worst.
Impressive. I suppose there is a I suppose it was worth it to give my name here. Or you just... Quit acting so high and mighty when you're losing. Don't think you've won this at all. I'll just put a bit more of my effort into this. What? This unit's damage. It recovered? This dimensional science is pretty impressive, isn't it? I was expected of something that was viewed as taboo. At this rate, didn't I tell you? This victory was already decided. The extractor's at its limit? Self-destruct? It doesn't look like that. That old hag. What the hell was she thinking doing such a half-assed job on this? Trying to run away? Run? That's something that someone who's lost would say. Alright, you all. Oh, you should say your thanks to that old Hagam. You should thank your lucky stars for that old Hagambrone's mistakes. But next time this won't happen. I'll bet my pride on that. So it really was Insulam that was sending the unknowns here. Leaving aside the special dimensional beasts and the unmanned units, those humanoid ones. Particularly that's Sapphire's power was way above anything we'd expected. That unit. You can't even compare it to Cheval's Emerald and Luna. I'm not gonna say any complaints here. I mean, I said I'd be fine if we were fighting in Salam, but stop it, Shin. This isn't the time to be talking about stuff like that. What do we know about the location of that ship? We've completely lost sight of it. Looks like it's got some sort of stealth system equipped. If they were able to manipulate dimensional quakes, it's possible they fled beyond the dimensional boundaries. An enemy from beyond dimensional boundaries. In Salam. This may be a chance for us. Are you okay, Miss Setsuko? I'm sorry that you got wrapped up in a battle immediately like that. Oh, right. I was able to meet up with everyone again. Let's think of it as my being lucky instead. Miss Setsuko. All units retreat. We need to make countermeasures for this again. Setsuko Ohara. We'd like for you to rendezvous with us here. Is that alright with you? Yes. So long as people I know are there. Since there are people I know there, I'm looking forward to working with you. Setsuko Ohara and Insalam, huh? This world's going to move yet again, isn't it? Ptolemaeus, hangar. It's been a while, Miss Setsuko. I'm glad to see that Shin and the others are as good as ever. They aren't here at the moment, but Kappe and the Grand Knights and the other members of Zuth are here as well. Where are they all? It's a bit complicated at the moment right now, but we'll talk about it. We'll explain it all to you in a bit. But I feel relieved. After all, everyone from Zeus suddenly disappeared a month ago. Oh, I've been worrying a lot. What? But it's been almost a year since we got flung to this world. What? Back when we came over here, I guess when we made over here, there was some sort of time slip between the dimensions. Well, I'd like to talk about that a lot. But now we ought to introduce you to our companions over here. I'm counting on you, Shin. See. And after that, please let us know how everything was going back in our original world after we disappeared. So that's that Setsuko lady that everyone at Zeus talked about a lot. At any rate, she doesn't look as if she's an enemy of the world. The problem is those Insalam people. If that battleship's entirely filled with enemies on the levels that thing we were fighting before, this is going to be a major problem. Unmanned units and dimensional beasts. Those added together, and the high-powered units. We can only hope that what they had there was just a special one-off. But more than the quantity of them, the quality is far higher than the Federation army's got available. If they really wind up going at it with the Federation army, this is going to be a real problem. So is that the new fog of war that Miss Margaret was talking about? That Wayne man and his unit. It's certainly stronger than the Emeralda nor the Pearl Nail. And it's far stronger than any of the Dinodomans we fought before. But it's weird, isn't it? I mean, Miss Margaret told us before that when people got turned into a dimensional beast, both they and their units got way more powered up. If that's true. And the Arc Sabers remaining in Islam are even stronger than the Dinodoman class. But that Wayne guy said he was number 4, right? So why is he stronger than Cheval, who was supposed to be number 3? What simple reasoning? Let's see. The most obvious answer would be that ever since Islam was destroyed by the King of Destruction, they've grown far stronger. I guess that would explain why the Sapphire is even stronger than the Emerald, and even though they're supposed to be of the same model. But how did they power it up? I mean, Insulam was supposed to be destroyed by the King of Destruction, right? It's pointless to keep on thinking about it here. For now, we need to try and get any more information we can. Black Knights and Celestial Being, along with their supporters. This is Zero. Zero. Explanation of what's going to happen now? Although it is unfortunate that we weren't able to find out more about Insulam, their goals and their location are currently unknown. However, since they have come to pick a fight with our world, well, it is highly likely that they will be dealing with the Federation, the biggest threat to them. Well, that's obvious. The Federation was founded in order to fight against guys like them, right? Hi, Coney. You came in at a bad time. Oh, cats. Enemies from another dimension. There are the dimensional beasts to think about as well, but I'm sure that this will cause a lot of stress for the citizens. According to the information received from the Chinese Federation, the Federation Army has entered a special alert status. It is believed that they have located learned of Insulam's appearance in this world. Let's see. As such, I shall make use of this opportunity to rendezvous with the Crusher Squad and reform Zexus. What? Ever since the destruction incident ended, I was given the authority by Elgin Roddick to reform Zexus whenever it became necessary. If we do truly believe in the ideals of peace and prosperity for all mankind that he talked about so carefreely, then even the Federation should have no objections to Zexus being reformed. So Zexus is going to reform. Now that's if those Crusher Squad guys wind up showing up again. The Ikaruga and the Ptolemaists 2 are currently heading back to our headquarters. After that, we shall head to a rendezvous point with the Crusher Squad. Let's see. On the chance that things do go wrong, everyone prepare yourselves for a fight. What? After all, we're internationally wanted terrorists, and they're a special squad of the Federation. It could be that Akagi, Iwata, and the others won't forget what we've done, huh? There's no way. I'm sure that those Crusher Squad guys know that something's wrong with this world. Esther? Crusher Squad. Super robots that have been protecting Japan. I know. I want them to know about the fights we've had. The truth of this world. Now, back to the Pacific. And the Palace in Salam Bridge. Wayne Riptail has returned. Good work, Sir Wayne. Make your report to His Highness. There's nothing to report. After all, my battle against those people ended midway. Sir Wayne, isn't that... What's your tone in front of His Highness? Shut it, hag. A High Knight. Wait. What right does a simple researcher like you have to talk back to a High Knight like me? As I am right now, I'm necessary for upgrading your machine. Don't forget that, Wayne. She has been given a specific position. Let's see, does that actually mean anything? Prime Minister, interesting. As I am right now, I'm the Prime Minister. Do not forget that. Have you forgotten that, Lord Wayne? In the 2,000-year history of Insulam, there's never been such a title. It's so pathetic for you youngsters to be held back by the past. Even if it may not have been existed in the past, it does exist now. That's all it is. In Ribtel. As the Prime Minister, think of my words as His Majesty's. Is that acceptable to you, Your Highness? Yes, that is how we had decided it would be. Sir Wayne. I know, old man. After all, I am an Arcsaber. Alright, so let's hurry up and take hold of this world. As proof that the Holy Kingdom of Insulam is still here. Wayne? Please rest easy, Your Highness. After all, I shall carry out my mission as a knight. That's all I'll do. Wayne Riptel? Let's see. Please refrain from doing such things, Sir Wayne. We are in front of His Highness. Oh. It's been a long time, Your Highness. Arcsaber number 7, Margaret Pistol. Oh. I live to serve. I've been waiting for you, Margaret. I'd heard that you were still here. Yes, I have returned alongside the Pearl Nail. Well done, Lady Margaret. Well then, since you have arrived, can you explain why you destroyed the spy robots we sent out before? I'm prone. I'm certain that Margaret had her reasons. Her reasons for not contacting us before. The fact that she's appeared before us is proof of her resolve, isn't it? Please, refrain from questioning her any further. If you order that, Your Highness. Thank you very much, sir. Don't worry about it, Margaret. My deceased father, the 72nd King of Insulam, entrusted you with that role. It gives me great pleasure to see you alive again. Yes. Lady Margaret. We'll go ahead and upgrade your Pearl Nail with the latest dimensional science results. With this, the Arcsabers will become invincible. With this, you shouldn't lose to anyone, not even that King of Destruction. Please, Lady Umbrone. Remember this. As I am right now, I am the Prime Minister of the Holy Kingdom of Insulam. Understood. Well then, Prince. Yes. Arcsaber number 1, the Knight of Knights, Gerard Glass Fontel. Yes, sir. Number 4, Wayne Riptel. Number 7, Margaret Pistol. Here. Yes, sire. The Knights, the Arcsabers, the pride of our country, the citizens of Insulam, the time has come. We shall make our declaration here, for the restoration of our homeland. And now, to a new land, in the name of the Holy King, let us pledge to rebirth, Your Highness. Alright. So, Zero's back, Setsuko has appeared, and things have gone along. So as of the next chapter, at the very least the end of it, we should be caught back up with the route split and should have everyone back. Oh, no, we'll get them next chapter. We only get to deploy 7 people. So, I hope that you guys are enjoying this and looking forward to what'll come next. But for now, we will go ahead and call it a day. And tomorrow, we'll get Crow again. It's been a while.
See you.
Enjoy your days.